everyone. Welcome to How Do I Know You with your host, Mark and Dwayne.
What up?
And today, we're talking alcohol. We're talking getting impaired. We're talking not remembering the night before, and then, for some reason, use that excuse, it's all okay with all your friends.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I've used it. I've gotten away with shit. And guess what? I did remember.
fools! You just run away and flip the table. I'm like, it wasn't to me. Why are you? I don't get it.
It was your people.
But, yeah, this obviously is leading to the Tory Lanez update.
I'm glad you said that because I was really about to say Trey Songz.
They're not the same, Mark.
I know, it's just the name. Both start with T.
They both start with names.
That is how I say names. Names.
When you try to stop yourself.
You just say it. I say the actual word just slow. Yeah. Slow and elongated. Shit, I couldn't think of another word.
Damn it. The Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez update, after the weeks of speculation, a couple weeks ago, Megan Thee Stallion pretty much outlined how Tory Lanez shot her for no reason and everything like that. So what happens this week? Basically a report comes out that of some text messages that went back and forth between. I don't even know if it was a back and forth. I think it was just
the headline just says Tory Lanez apologized to Megan Thee Stallion via text message after shooting.
Right.
And in quotes, it's I just got too drunk.
So he apologized by stating that he was so drunk he just didn't know what happened, and he decided to pull out the blicky and shoot a woman.
I still call it the diddly from that one. From Ned Flanders.
Pull out the diddly.
Oh, man. But this is just, it's bullshit, right? The excuse of I got drunk, it's all bullshit. No one buys it, really.
Yeah.
I've never met someone that's bought it.
No, well...
As an excuse.
I think it all depends on the people that you surround yourselves with, because I feel like in our friends group, we never bought that, because we were pretty, standard on anything when it came to stuff like that. It was like, yo, if you do something under the influence or whatever, do not lie and say you didn't know what was going on, because that's bullshit.
Or you don't remember all that bullshit.
Because even if you don't remember, or if you were really drunk, with us, we know beforehand trigger points, boundaries, and stuff like that. So you knew already. So choosing to do something via alcohol is not something that flies with us. However, with other friends I've had, their friend group would get drunk and just do stuff, and then it was just like, oh, it was cool, and I never understood that, because I'm like, so you're okay with old boy filling up on your girl because he was drunk, and that's the excuse that you're going to be given. Right, and then you blame your girl for getting felt up. Smart. I get it. Alcohol, logic. But of course, I have never been, I don't drink. I know you don't. I don't know if you don't drink anymore. I don't drink anymore, really, yeah. Right. We both don't drink. I don't think if I did drink, I would ever get so drunk to the point that I would shoot someone, because, I think a lot of logic goes into shooting people, besides what you hear, from people being like, oh, I just flipped out and whatever. No. I think the impulse thing is rare. It's like, it'll get there. However, you're going to shoot somebody, if you need to. Especially if it's your first time. Right. When it comes to this situation, I've never had the urge to, with a gun, for, people who obviously know that don't have one, or it's a woman, to be like, if she says something crazy, I'm going to shoot her. In the foot. Okay. It's like, get down here, bitch. Bah. This is going to sound wild, right? But just follow me. What he did is awful, and fuck this dude for life. I don't care about your music anymore. I don't care about your talent. You chose to shoot someone for no reason. Now your excuse is that you were drunk. Great. However, the thing I'm looking at with this is, what amazing aim. Like,
For being that drunk?
For being that drunk?
Yeah.
Like, how can you shoot someone in the foot? Anyone who's ever shot anything or, like, tried to shoot at something or whatever, right? You have to, one, be, like, proficient with a gun already, right? But to aim for the foot and actually hit it twice, that's insane.
The grouping was impeccable
Like,
on the foot.
I'm like, because, like, we're saying it as a joke, and, like, we're not trying to joke about the situation. However, the thing that's crazy that I think that everyone just kind of leaves out in this whole situation is this is what makes me question if he was that drunk or if he was just being, like, a weenie because...
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe it was he got just drunk enough to get all up in his feels, and then he decided to shoot.
Right, but then he decided, like, I don't want to hurt her. I just want to, shoot at her feet. And then he hit her foot, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't have a gun to aim at legs. So I don't understand.
Ask the cops. They don't aim at legs.
At all, right? Like, so I don't understand in the process of being drunk, you have enough wherewithal to be like, I'm going to aim for your feet.
Yeah.
To me, that just makes your excuse, like, it cancels it out. That makes no sense.
Yeah, the excuses, it's such bullshit on so many levels. First, for the fact that, like, no one really gets that blackout drunk where they don't remember what they're doing. And now, the whole, like, you shot her in the foot twice. Like, that's almost impossible being that drunk.
That's my point. And that's why I'm just like, I set this up as a joke. But it was to highlight this, which is like, this is a lie. This is a clear lie. You can't, there is no way. If I gave you a pistol, full clip, and I said, all right, I'm going to stand 20-some yards away. And I'm going to tell you to hit my foot.
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, hold on, let me get drunk real quick. So
I'm going to tell you to hit my foot. Even with good aim, I guarantee you're going to miss a handful of shots.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or will I?
You're going to miss. This part, like, Tory Lanez shot her twice from a vehicle when she was walking away from the vehicle. And apparently, as her story goes, I believe he either hung himself out the window to shoot at her, or he stood up through the sunroof to shoot at her. Mm-hmm. Which is still two places that you're not stable and you're drunk. That's like, what?
You know what it is? It's, okay, so either way, he's like hanging out the car up the sunroof, right? So it bounces off. But then he was drunk, so his bounces off then, so they canceled each other out. Perfect balance.
Created perfect
equilibrium. Yeah, perfect equilibrium. Perfect aim.
Perfect equilibrium.
It's the mask. I could talk. I could talk.
I swear I can. I can talk. I swear I can. I ain't dying on that joke.
I am.
Nope. I'ma laugh though.
Please shoot me in the foot.
I'ma laugh though.
Yeah, that's just it's all bullshit. At the end of the day, it's all bullshit. But you gotta remember, fucking still, regardless of all this shit Tory Lanez did, Megan Thee Stallion's a fucking snitch, man.
Like,
she snitched. You know, that cancels out everything he did.
Like, I understand that you could have lost your life. I understand that you could have lost possibly, like, time and your career, because if you would have hit something that made you not be able to dance, twerk, and everything like that.
WAP coming out after
I
that.
mean, ain't no WAP no more after that. However, that doesn't mean that you got to snitch
For
on
real.
him.
Come on,
like,
Meg. Come on.
You crazy.
Can I call you Meg? Can I, is it, you can be informal, right, Meg? How can you snitch?
Huh, Megan?
Jeez.
All right, I'm going to call you full name, Megan.
That's how you know you're in trouble.
Nah, like, but that shit, it goes back to my point of all this corny ass shit that people just say on the internet because they've never been through anything remotely real or have to deal with any real situation. Calling that girl a snitch because a man could have killed her, who honestly I still don't even know how he didn't, which also goes back to my point that he must have not been drunk.
Not drunk.
She could have been killed. However, she was people labeled her a snitch because she told not even the authorities. She told people after the fact Like, no, this dude shot me. Like, no, it wasn't a fight. It wasn't freaking, there was an argument and he was in fear of his... No, I was not even around him. I was walking away and he shot me.
Yeah.
Because he was in his feels. I've always kind of looked at the whole fragile male ego thing as like, Now I'm just like, well... Because that's fragile as fuck.
Fuck, dude, you got all that success, all these other women, and it's still that fucking fragile.
Just to be like, what did you say?
Let it be known I am drunk.
Everyone who is here.
Forth hence tonight.
My name is Daystar, also known as Tory.
Of the lanes.
And Megan's in my lane. And I must shoot. Like it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And honestly, the only reason we're trying to make some sort of like light of this situation is because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way anyone should support this dude anymore ever again. If I see any of you talking about this dude's new album, new project is fire and everything like that, to me that means y'all need to shut the fuck up forever about Chris Brown. All these people that you guys instantly hate for making mistakes when they're whatever age, or, you know, say what you want to say about Chris Brown and what he did. And yeah, what he did was like unexcusable too. However, I think a kid being 19 compared to someone who's almost 30, I don't know. To me, that's just a little bit different situation, especially when the other person could have seriously, like, had a weapon and decided that I'm going to harm this person because I'm angry.
Yeah, it's what we said since the beginning of when we started talking about cancel culture. It's all fucking cherry picking.
Yeah,
if you don't like this person and you're able to cancel them, fucking do it. But if I like them, no, excuse after excuse after excuse.
Yeah, and to me, I just find it so crazy that it's like he's still he's getting the easy pass. Like, to me, I feel like he should have been literally like on a silver platter, served up, and been like, hey, get this dude the fuck out of here. Like, we need to beat the shit out of him from where he stays back to Canada and everything. But it's like everyone just staying quiet.
Yeah. And apparently, like, because I didn't, like, look too much into when this was trending on Twitter and stuff, right, with Tory Lanez, but there wasn't no backlash. I didn't see no, like fuck Tory Lanez for being too drunk, bullshit excuse, all that shit.
Right.
It was just, like, a joke.
Right.
Because so many people use that excuse.
Like, and that's the thing that, you know, our hip-hop culture, urban culture, and everything like that, I always hate anytime like these domestic situations get brought up, because I do think, and I'm not saying this to condone anything, but I do think there's a difference in cultures when it comes to domestic situations. Just because that the way that I feel like Hispanic culture handles domestic situations is different from African American culture. It's different from white culture, and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah. It's
different. However, it's like when these things happen, they get put out to the media, and everyone's like, oh no, this should have never happened. It should have never happened in X, Y, Z, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know, hey, some of these situations, I'm telling you, like, the woman can be the aggressor. It happens. I know it just seems so crazy that this little 5'2" girl, there's no way she could have tried to beat this big... No, it happens. I'm telling you, it does. Like, I've never personally gone through it, but I've been in front of many drunk girls' faces. When they get hot at something, ain't no real stopping them.
Oh yeah, that whole because it's such a society rule of like don't hit women, don't even hit them back. Because that's so ingrained in us. It's also ingrained in at least some women. Right. The women that do this,
they know
they'll fucking go hard because in their head they're like they're not gonna hit me back. I can go hard as I can.
Right.
Sound logic. It's sound logic, but doesn't always work out.
And like I said, we're not trying to condone any of this, but I just say I feel like there is some nuance to some of these situations. Still, I feel like that should never make hitting a woman if you're a man acceptable? It shouldn't. You should be able to get out of the situation. That's why I will always, despite what people say about Jay-Z in every way, shape, or form, the situation that got filmed with him and Solange and Beyonce, he did everything not to hit that girl. When, he was being kicked and stuff thrown at him and everything like that, he did what you're supposed to do. Hey, block, stop. All right, you're mad, I understand. But please stop and everything like that. I guarantee you, if he would have swung back at that, there'd be no Jay-Z right now. There'll be none. This will be done with, right?
Such bullshit, because it's such a... I'm taking this back to just, like, the animal kingdom fucking of it. If there's something, like, aggressing you, bothering you and shit like that, and it's really not gonna, like... It hurts or whatever, like that situation. If you just do, like, the one show the force real quick, show how much, just a little bit of power I have over you.
Right.
You do that once, they stop, for the most part.
Right.
So I don't see anything wrong with if they're like someone's coming at you, regardless of gender, someone's coming at you like that, and they just won't stop, and you do everything you can to be like stop, block, like trying to talk, and they still don't. Just that one little show of force. Just
yeah.
I mean that's just it's smart to me because it'll stop it. It'll stop the situation. You won't get hurt.
Right.
As long as you're within your fucking faculties of like I'm gonna just show them first, not try to hurt them in any way. Just be like push a little bit. And that's it.
Logically, what you're saying makes sense. However,
no, society.
Like society, and also
deals in absolutes and bullshit.
Me personally, I still can't do it. One, because I'm black and I know how that would look.
Yeah.
But two, it's just my mind always takes it to. I still feel like we speak on double standards. We've done it a lot on this podcast, right? I feel like that's one double standard that men just need to accept, and then it just is what it is. Unless a woman is like literally, she has a weapon and she's coming at you, or she's trying to harm your kids or whatever, I don't see anything wrong with just walking away from this situation, because I'm going to tell you, there is no way you will win this. There is no way. There is no way. You can think, I'm just going to restrain her. You're not going to win. You can think, I'm just going to, I'm going to hit her back. You're not going to win. All right? Any of these situations, you're going to look bad. The best thing you can do is just walk away. Now, because if she is going to the point where she wants to look stupid and everything like that, that's on her. However, you don't need to get caught up in that situation, because the justice system, when it comes to that, does not play in your favor. Yeah. At all. And you should know that. However, for this dumb nigga, this is not the same thing.
It's not the same thing at all.
Not the same thing at all. Like, oh my God.
It's just dumb. It's just dumb because, Dwayne hasn't really straight edge and all that shit, but I've been so fucking high that, like, it's lasted, like, a couple days. Right. And I remember it. I don't remember every single detail because that's just normal life. I don't remember every single detail, but I remember most of it. And doing that dumb shit, it's a choice. It's a choice of my fake confidence is coming out. Right. So, fuck Tory Lanez and all that shit is bullshit. Yeah. I rep Megan Thee Stallion on this.
Of course. This should be a good lesson for any youngster. Because men, and I feel like if you're like 23 and above, because 22, like, you still do a lot of dumb shit. Yeah. 23 and above, if you're a man, you should look at this and say, you know what? I should use him as an example to never get in that situation. Never get in that situation at all. Don't ever do that. Yeah. This.
Get okay with being embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because it's not the end of the world. Like, you're embarrassed doing something like this, shooting someone in the foot. It's not going to make you any less embarrassed about the situation. If anything, it's going to get you more embarrassed in the public eye. So it's counterintuitive. This
dude literally had everything going for him in this pandemic. He had an album that was popping. He was winning the pandemic so well because the whole quarantine radio thing was taking off. He just signed this huge deal with YouTube. They were going to start broadcasting, that in a couple of months. And literally because of stupidity and fragile ego, you threw it all away. Like, I just that
You know
alone.
what they should do when they cancel his contracts and shit? He's like, oh, sorry, man. I had to cancel this. Like, I'm just too drunk.
I was so drunk.
So drunk and I canceled it. Fuck, sorry, man.
Dude, that's man. You forever gonna be like a king dickhead. Just I will never understand why you did that ever in life, and no one still understands. I think that's why it's so shocking. It just makes zero sense.
One day we'll get the full details from Meg,
Well,
and then you get the full details from his side, and then like combine.
I don't even need the full details from Meg. She said enough.
Yeah.
He needs to come to the front. This isn't gonna be a situation where, oh, I'm just gonna let time pass.
Yeah.
People are gonna no, like you
Shot
need,
somebody.
like you could have killed this girl. Like you need to come out here and literally explain that whole situation. Will it do any better for you career wise? No. However, will it at least? I feel like you're doing the honorable man thing. Yes.
It's the only way he could save his career. That's the only chance to save his career.
Nah, I think it's over.
No, it's definitely over. But that's the only chance, really. If you're gonna try something, that's the only thing you can do. Come out, be completely honest. Don't paint it in a way where like you look like the victim or whatever. Just cold hard facts. That's the only chance of saving a career. Because every other route, it's done.
Yeah, man, it's a wrap.